Do you want to know how good is this 2025 latest and greatest KTM 350 XCF? This thing is good. This freaking thing is a rocket ship on a track. I love the suspension here. Really fast. It's ready to race. Oh, the power is so good! It's a big leap. Everything is different about this bike. Suspension was eating absolutely everything. Hey, what's up guys, Rado here. 2025 KTM 350 XCF, supposed to be latest and the greatest. This thing is 100% stock. This is what you would be getting from the showroom floor if you buy one. Only has 2 hours on. J Clark did his testing. You can check it on Dirt Bike TV YouTube channel. So today we're gonna do our testing. I want to know how good this 2025 bike is compared to your older KTMs. I know it's a really different bike. They came out with a brand new bike in 2023. Now in 2025, there is even more upgrades with your gearing. There is a spring fork. The frame has a different feature, so the flex should be a little bit different. Overall, the bike should feel amazing and should be ready to race. That's what the KTM is trying to sell, right? So we want to check that. We want to check if this stock, 100% stock bike is ready to race and how much better it is compared to that 2017, which is 8 years gap here. This thing feels pretty nimble. Third gear. I love the suspension here. Oh, the power is so good. Second gear. Okay, let's see the stalling issue here. First gear, let's go really slow. Going uphill, barely idling. This is nice. My bike 2017 would already die here. Ah, this is impressive. Let's try one more time. Alright, so that was a little too much. But man, pretty impressive. Let's do it again. So first gear, just a little bit of gas, uphill. This is really good. And I'm not doing anything with my clutch. So if I feather it a little bit, and I'm in some really tight technical stuff, I have to do the first gear, slow stuff. Yeah, no problem, man. It's pretty good. And then you just hit the gas. Shift a little bit and it's not stopping. This thing really likes to flow. Oh yeah, beautiful. We need to say that we are on the aggressive map, and you can shift down to this mellow map. So now we are on the mellow map. Let's see how that feels. Maybe if you go to like a technical trails, probably would be better and make more sense to be on a mellow map. I can actually feel it right away from the bottom that the mellow feels way different. Let's keep it slow uphill, first gear. See if we can tractor up. Pretty nice. Oh, no sweat at all. Ooh, look at that. I didn't see this. Good brakes, Brembo. I gotta tell you guys, for this flowy sections here and the single track, the spring fork feels amazing. You can go a little bit slower, like right now. I'm in a third gear, and then you can just hit the throttle and this thing jumps forward. Yeah, power is right there. You don't need to downshift. I think this third gear is made to be really versatile for different things. Oh, I love the power. It comes alive. You just give it a little throttle, this thing just comes alive. Woohoo! Oh, this thing is scary fast. I clicked that 6th gear and I was scared to go on the gas. This is a desert weapon, man. These 6 gears, there's no way you need more speed than this. We are on the mellow map because the aggressive one was a little bit too much for this riding over here, and I also turned on the traction control. Brembo brakes amazing. Lots of bumps. Even on a mellow map, this thing is a rocket. This freaking thing is a rocket ship on a track. I had to mellow it down. I had to turn on the traction control so I can kind of handle it. But even with all those mellow map traction control, still faster than my build 2017 with the Vortex ignition, FMF, twisted maps and all that. So this thing is really fast. Look at the suspension over there. I travel all the way down. I bottom it out. I have some jumps that are singles, one into flat, so definitely throwing everything on this thing. So far handling really good, amazing brakes, suspension, it's everything. It is a little on the soft side if I hit it hard, but other than that, it's ready to race. Turn that quick shift on, so now I have traction control, quick shift and the mellow map. So we don't need to go off the gas, we don't need to go on the clutch, we can just keep that throttle wide open and click those gears. Alright, so this is how it sounds when you have a quick shift. Keep one gas open and go through those gears, no problem. Definitely something you can use on a fast motocross track, and also something you need to get used to. Yeah, so we are back in the garage. It was an amazing 2 days of riding, trails and track. We put some time on this 2025 KTM 350 XCF, and overall this thing is ready to race. It's an amazing package. The suspension and the power and also the maps that you have there, all together, I feel like, dude, I don't need to change anything on this bike. I don't need to go and get a pipe. I don't need to go get my suspension done. I don't need to go get a Vortex. The way it is right now, this is even too much bike for me. And for the trails, it really felt amazing. I think the best time I had on the flowy trails, this thing feels really good. Second, third gear, you stay in the third gear, you can go a little bit slower and then you can just give it gas and that thing jumps forward, has really nice sound to it. That stock exhaust actually sounds really good. It's not very restrictive, it's a big opening in the exhaust, runs really good, breathes really good. And on those flowy trails with the suspension and the power, I felt one with the bike and I felt, yes, I want this bike. That was first day of riding. I even texted Jay that, hey, I need one of these. Because I really think I can ride this thing, right? On the trail it felt amazing and it didn't die. I tested, you guys saw it on the video. It didn't die easily. Yes, if you push it too hard, everything will die. Now we went on the motocross track, that was second day. And you know, I thought, hey, I felt so amazing on the trails, I can just go and hit it. I put on the aggressive map and I did 2 laps on my track, and I had to slow down, I had to stop, and I was really surprised. This thing is fast. This thing did not feel like 350 on the track. I ride 350s on the track all the time, and that's my 2017, that's what we are comparing today, right? This thing is way faster, has way more power, it doesn't have as much engine brake, it allows you to keep way more momentum. You need to really count before the turn, go on the brakes, and if you just ride it the same way you ride an older bike, like I tried to ride it the same way I ride my 2017, I overshoot some jumps and I blew through some turns, and overall I just didn't feel very safe. Bike was running away from me, and yeah, on aggressive map, on the motocross track, too much bike for me. It showed me my limitations. It showed me that, hey, this is how much you can ride. So then I switched to mellow map and I switched to traction control actually, and I could go hard on the gas and feel much better. So if this is my bike and if I ride it on the motocross track, I don't think I will be using aggressive maps because they're just too much power for me. So on the mellow map, I felt a little bit better. I had better flow and felt really good. On the faster stuff on the track, on your braking bumps and you know, jumps when you are supposed to land, when you land where you're supposed to, the suspension feels really good. This fork is really good. It's done in between. You can do both trails and track. Now I also have a jumps where you just shoot off the single and you land flat. And I wanted to do that. I wanted to really test the suspension when you have a hard impact. And yeah, it is a little bit soft for something like that. So if you get it and you are like, I'm 200 pounds, be a little bit heavier, maybe get the suspension down for you, maybe play with the clickers, so you can have bike that does both and can also absorb some high impacts, some hard impacts on the motocross track. It feels like it's not even 350, it feels like it has more displacement. So I feel safer on my bike because I can twist the throttle, but this thing stack is still much faster, especially on the aggressive map, compared to my 2017. And the suspension is so good on this thing, brakes are amazing, so it gives you a lot of confidence, but it can also bite you. So if you buy this thing, if you really want to get this 2025, then you gotta be a good rider, and just know that this thing is fast. It will surprise you. If you go on an aggressive map, especially maybe if you even get SXF, which have different transmission here, and you will feel that it is a lot of bike. So just make sure that you can handle it. Now this new gearing on this thing, I had no problem. Every gear felt good. There were no funny gaps between the gears. Third gear is really good for the off-road riding. I think majority of the trails you can stay in that third gear. Now on the track, I wasn't in a second gear a lot, between second and third, but third will pull a lot of turns, do all the jumps. I didn't have to shift in a fourth gear on the motocross track, so I think unless you're on really fast track, you don't need to shift to the fourth gear when you ride motocross track. So overall, man, this thing is amazing. Thanks, Jay Clark, for allowing us to ride this thing. We had a blast, you know, being on the trails and on the track and testing all different things. It's fun to ride brand new bike. These things are amazing. So definitely a great experience. But as I said, a little bit too much bike for me. I'm gonna stick with my older 2017. Let me know below in the comments how you like this review. If you have this bike or a little bit older 2024, share below your experience with these things, and don't forget, whatever you do, stay motivated. See you guys later.